The impact of doubling your money every 10 years. That's the topic of today's video. Hello and welcome. My name is Peter B and I welcome you here at My First Million, where we achieve our financial goals together. How to double your money? Of course, first maybe you need to have some savings and then you put them into some investments. And for make this a little bit easier, I'm using the rule of 72 for our calculations and for demonstrating of how the money can be doubled quickly. So, rule of 72. What does the rule of 72 stands for? Basically, the rule of 72 can be used to calculate how fast your money is doubling. You take simply the 72 and divide it through the rate of return that you're expecting. So if, for instance, you get a 3% interest rate from a high yield savings account, then you just take 72 divided 3 and you will get 24 as a result. So it would mean with a 3% interest rate, you could be doubling your money every 24 years. How to double every 10 years? This is my benchmark that I'm personally using. I'm expecting a 7.2% rate of return. So this would mean with a 7.2% rate of return, my investment would double every year. However, the magic here that need to be taken into consideration is the investment need to be compounded. So if you get interest rates out of it, or maybe dividends or any other kind of return out of your investments, you need to take this money and put it into the investment again. Or if you are not able to put it into the same investment, you would need to put it into a similar investment that promises to generate the same rate of return. Why I'm using 7.2% as a benchmark? First of all, it's very easy for rough calculations. So every 10 years to double the money is a very easy concept. And it's also not a figure out of the blue. It's less than the average stock market return of 8 to 10%, depending on which statistics, which index you take as a comparison, or also which time frame you're taking a look at. But usually if you take a look at the financial literatures and financial studies, the stock market is usually returning somewhere between 8 and 10%. So my 7.2% is a little bit less than the 8.2%. Why I take less in the stock market is, first of all, I want to calculate a little bit more conservatively. And there's also, of course, the effect of inflation. Over time, our money is less worth. So with a slightly lower rate of return than the stock market, at least I'm able to at least partially offset the inflation. Let me quickly go through an example. Let's say someone is at the age of 20 and he saved up $10,000. So he worked hard, lived very frugally and tried to put some money away. So maybe within 1 year he was able to save $10,000. How much can he expect to get out of his investment? He would first need to take the money and of course put it into an investment. And let's say the investment really generates a 7.2% rate of return. So if he would take out all the money, if he wouldn't let it compound, after 10 years he would be having 17,200. So I'm just quickly demonstrating of a non-compounding investment. So maybe he's taking the money out for vacation, he's maybe buying a car, going out with his girlfriend or boyfriend and use the money to enjoy his life because he saved it up and feels like maybe he deserves it. So if he wouldn't be compounding the money that he's getting from his investment, after 10 years, he would have gotten 17,200. After 20 years, he would have gotten 24,000. Then after 30 years, when he's 50 years old, it would be 31,600. So you see, every time here, he is increasing his money by plus 7,200. It's always the same. So as a result, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So from 20 to 100 years old, he potentially could take 7,200 times 8 decades. He would be able to take out around 600. That's quite impressive, isn't it? So from 10,000, if he is investing those, he would be getting nearly 60,000 back. However, now let's do the same calculation, but this time he's not taking the money out. He is this time putting the money back into his investments and let the investment compound. How would these numbers change? After 20 years, if considering the rule of 72, his investment would be 20,000. When he's 40 years old, again the 20,000 is doubling again. It will be 40,000. After 30 years, when he's 50 years old, the 40,000 will double again, and he will have 80,000. After 60 years, he will have 160,000. If this is takes a little bit too long, I would encourage you to double up the speed on YouTube. I do this on all my YouTube videos too. When he's 70 years old, he has 320,000. When he's 80 years old, considering that he's never using the money, he's just letting it compound in an investment that is generating 7.2% return. Then when he's 90 years old, he is already getting over $1 million. And if he doesn't touch the money and keep it invested at the same rate of return, he will be having $2.5 million. And this is just all coming from the initial $10,000. So if at the age of 21 he's having another $10,000, he could do this again and would add another 20,000. So until he's 30, another 40,000 when he's 40, and so on. So if he continues his path and just keep it invested, his money will double up pretty nicely. Also, what if someone is having even a better investment? If he would start off with 20,000, then of course all the figures below will be also double, and so on. You get the idea of the concept. So maybe you're telling me, okay, Peter B, I'm not 20 years old anymore. I'm already 40 or 50. How can I end up with the same results? Of course, the later you start, the more you need to put in order to achieve the same results. So if you want to do this as good as the 20-year-old with 40 years, you would need to put in 40,000 in order to achieve the same results. If you're already 50 years old, you need to have savings maybe of 80,000. Of course, at one point it will get very difficult to do. So the earlier you can start, the better it will be. So the best, if you haven't started now, until now, the best time to start is now. So, to sum this up, doubling your money every 10 years means you need to put it into investments that can generate you 7.2%. And you need to let these investments compound. Don't take the money out. Of course, I'm not saying you should always keep your investments and work until 100 years old, but just to visualization of the concept. And then today we were able to see the power of time. That through the power of time, even a relatively small amount can increase to quite a fortune and to make a person pretty wealthy. Especially if the person in this example continues to have very good habits throughout his life, or try to earn more, spend less in order to save more, and then take these savings and put them into investing, he will be pretty well off by the age when he retire or getting old. So I hope you can take something with you today. What it will be your rate of return that you would expect that you can achieve through your investments? What rate are you calculating with? Thanks a lot for joining me today. I look forward to see you soon again, and especially I look forward to see you winning financially.